gone and fucked it all up again. God damn it. Texas has banned drive-through voting. Texas has banned 24-hour voting, only 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. You try to vote 1 a.m. in the morning, you can get some tacos and get some fast food. Get yourself, you know, a $1 Wendy fucking sandwich. What do they call it? Baconator. And the ban on distribution of applications for mail-in ballots. What? Also, when you turn in your mail-in ballots, you gotta write your social security number and your driver's license number. So there you go. Just spread your fucking information all over the place. None of this. This is for voter integrity, voting security. You know, I don't mind voting ID. You gotta prove who you are. I don't mind that type of shit. But this is so fucking dumb and so stupid. Texas has absolutely fucked over the people of Texas. God damn. Now, the Republicans, I don't know how democracy has become a political football, but it has. So, I'm going to talk about the mail-in ballots here in Colorado first, and then I'm going to tell you why, you know, a ban on drive-through voting. So, you know, drive-through voting, if you don't know anything about, you know, mail-in voting, drive-through voting, okay, ban on 24-hour voting, and then a ban on distribution of applications for mail-in ballots. Not only are they saying, you know, no drive-through ballots, no 24-hour voting, but also you can't pass out applications to people for them to get themselves a mail-in ballot. What? What? Well, how is that a thing? You can't distribute applications? Okay, all right. So Colorado is a fantastic democracy. We got recall here. We got referendums here. We got initiatives here. We have it's fantastic. A mail-in ballot, they mail you. We got same-day registration, automatic registration, same-day registration. So if you live in Colorado, you have to fight. You have to fight so fucking hard to not be a part of the republic, not be a part of the democracy. They'll mail you the ballot out, and you have 30 days to mail it back in. So you have to be a real gigantic lazy piece of shit who don't care about others, don't care about the leadership, don't care about the society you live in. You don't care about your own goddamn self, frankly. You don't care about your own goddamn self or your friends or your family or the neighborhood or anybody. You don't give a fuck about anybody. You can't even vote. That's as political as you're going to get is you're not even going to vote, so you ain't doing shit. If you ain't even voting, you ain't doing nothing political. And you're a citizen in this democracy. You know how we lose our democracy? When you don't vote and don't do shit, don't fucking contact politicians, you don't try. You're just a fucking neighborhood asshole, huh? Just a neighborhood fucking piece of shit on the block, huh? The neighborhood criminal. Huh? You can't say, hey, I want to vote for that person, I want to vote for that person, right? Can't engage in a generative discussion about who we want to lead our society, who we want to lead our county, state, nation. I love Colorado's democracy because of the mail-in ballots. In Kentucky, they never asked us any questions. We never had any initiatives except for 2004. Do you want to discriminate against the gay man? And yes, Kentucky wanted to discriminate against. That's the one time they asked Kentucky questions. It was like, Jesus Christ, maybe they shouldn't ask Kentucky any questions. But they've been asking questions here in Colorado for me for the last 4 years. Every year, 10 fucking questions. Do you want to release the gray wolves? Do you want more money for this and that, and lower taxes for this and that, and what the fuck ever? So, at least 10 questions every single year, every single year, every other year. I'm a citizen in democracy in Colorado. I'm a citizen in Colorado. My vote matters. My voice matters. I can convince others that, the way I'm voting is the best way to do it. I've voted in those Diebold machines. Kentucky, that's, one time, one day, one moment, just like Eminem, right? You got one moment that you're going to, miss your chance to blow. That's what it feels like in Kentucky, right? All right, go in, push the right buttons. Did you push the right buttons? Push the buttons. Did you push the buttons? All right, see you later. And frankly, you should, Donald Trump's against mail-in voting because he's a fucking hustler. Any motherfucker that's saying, all right, you got 5 minutes, all right, I got you a good sale that's going for 5 minutes. If you want to jump on this, you're going to make the next 5 minutes a sale just for me. You made that up, didn't you? But what's the deal you're making up for me? Is it a good one? Well, I'll ban drive-through voting, I'm going to ban 24-hour voting, and I'm going to ban distribution of applications for mail-in ballots. Well, Republicans in Texas, why are y'all such pieces of shit? Why are y'all such pieces of shit? Fucking motherfuckers, you're against democracy, you're against the consent of the governed. You want a plutocracy, a rule by the rich, an oligarchy, a rule by the few, a monarchy, rule by the one? Motherfuckers don't want the people involved, fucking sons of bitches. That's how bad the Republicans are. They don't have a goddamn platform to brag about, so they're just going to cut back, right? Just make sure you motherfuckers, you dumbass, you know, if you're not voting, don't fucking vote. That's what the Republicans want. We'll keep voting our Republican way, and you dumb motherfuckers don't fucking vote whatsoever. So that's what the Republicans are doing. They're trying to shred democracy, ban on drive-through voting. Okay, so I'm going to compare and contrast. So mail-in ballots are awesome because 30 days I got plenty of time to, you know, think and to research and to Google. I got plenty of time to figure out who's on the ballot, who these people are, what their planks to their platforms are, what the initiatives are, what the question is, what's the implication behind the question, where's the money coming from, who's the groups putting this question, you know, forward. Does it matter? Is the question, you know, constructed right? Is it somehow constructed in a way that some other shit could happen? There's a lot of things to think about instead of just being, you know, pushed into a goddamn, you know, go behind the curtain, right? Go meet fucking Oz. Or do you want Oz? Who do you want? Do you want Mussolini, Tojo? Hurry up and fucking vote. Hurry up and fucking vote. Because no issues, right? And Kentucky never voted for a single issue. Now, so the mail-in ballots are awesome. How we do mail-in ballots with drive-through voting, 24-hour voting, applications for mail-in ballots. Everybody in Colorado does mail-in ballots, so you don't have to have an application. If anything, you wanting to push a goddamn button at the thing, you're the weirdo motherfucker. You want to what? Go behind the curtain and push some fucking buttons and shit? You got a mail-in ballot. They send it right out to you. You can mail it in. You can also drop it off. You could drop it off in several different spots. You could drop it off in, like, you know, sort of UPS mailboxes. They got, like, mailboxes that's all over the place. Pretty solid, secure metal boxes that you could put it in there. Nobody could reach in and get in. And then every day or whatever, they go in and clear it out. So they got these boxes spread out. You could just drop them off in that. You might not like that. You might want to drop it off actually at the voting center. I kind of like doing that myself. Or you could, you know, go there the day of and then vote and then turn it in and then, you know, vote along with everybody else. Get in line just like everybody else. Put it in a big pile with everybody else. But it's up to you. You got 30 days. You know, the whole point of mail-in ballots is it gives you plenty of time to think about it, and you can mail the motherfucker in. You don't have to drive anywhere except for, you know, to the mailbox or to the post office. That's the only, all you got to do is get to the mailbox. If you can get to a mailbox, you can vote. So that's fucking awesome. That's revolutionary. And then they want to say, well, there's so much fraud. Yeah, right. There's just so much voter fraud. My God, every day, that's all anybody's talking about. You know, we're going to do some voter fraud. Shut the fuck up. You know, the voter fraud would be the oligarchs. It'd be the people in charge. It'd be the Diebold machines. That's where you would get the fucking cheaters. And in Texas, there are cheaters there in Texas. So the mail-in ballots, I could drop them off in these. There's also, I had seen sort of like drive-through voting. So they have, you know, these mailboxes just, you know, by libraries and shit, and it looks like they're in a permanent location, so you can't, you know, they're bolted down and shit. So it seems pretty secure. But they do this drive-through voting in Castilla County. It was like a big tent, and so it's basically a place where you could just drop off your ballot, and I think they just put a tent over the mailbox, the voting mailbox. And then they had a person that was there for whatever fucking reason, just to let people know, yep, just vote right there, yep, put it right there, yep, that's the place where you can vote, sure enough, yep. So, is that drive-through voting? It felt like drive-through voting, because I did my, you know, written ballot at home, went to the thing, put it in, and then kept on driving, right? So, went to the drive-through, put my vote in, and there it was, put my ballot in, and then 24-hour voting. So that also stops 24-hour voting. So if I want to go to that drop box at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock, 6 in the morning, whatever time, right? Only 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So if I want to go from, you know, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., I could not vote. Now people are, oh, who would want, people have different, you know, you might have different shifts, right? You might work all day and sleep all night. So, which that's, you know, that would be regular. If anything, you'd have to open up the nighttime so that way the working class could vote. And then the distribution of applications for mail-in ballots, that's just so fucking blatant. They're kind of like, man, we don't want these mail-in ballots whatsoever, so they're just going to put as many obstacles as they can to stopping people from getting mail-in ballots, getting used to mail-in ballots, to reaching out to get their absentee ballots. No, you don't have 30 days to think about it. No, you can't research it. No, you can't think. You can't Google this stuff. You can't find out who the candidates are, what they represent. No, no, no. You can't find out what the questions are. You just got to go in on election day, and then you just got to figure it out. And if you don't know the people, you know, vote for Michael Money. Just vote for the coolest name. If you don't know who they are, right, just fucking vote for whatever the fuck, right? Just, who gives a shit? Just turn the knob on somebody, get somebody in power. Who gives it? No, fuck that. Mail-in ballots are awesome. Mail-in ballots are incredible. Colorado's democracy is the best, one of the best democracies in the goddamned world. Recall initiative and referendums. Recall, referendum, initiatives, same-day registration, mail-in ballots. Fucking fantastic. So many fucking great things that's going on. The only thing we don't have here is instant runoff voting. And then they also want you to put Social Security number and a driver's license number on it. They're just making it harder to vote. Texas is just making it harder for the people of Texas to vote, especially when it comes to mail-in ballots. They put a ton of barriers for mail-in ballots. So with mail-in ballots, does that mean I can only mail it in? I can't drop it off in a drop box that's there for 24 hours. I can't drive through and put it in a little voting mailbox. Distribution of applications. I can't get a pile of applications and pass it out to my friends and family so they can get their mail-in ballots too. What the fuck is this shit? What is this shit about? This shit is dumb. This shit is stupid. Texas, the brand new voting law for Texas, they fucked up with abortion, right? They're fucking up with voting. What else is Texas going to fuck up on? Hell, Texas fucking up with the democracy like this makes you think that didn't Kamala say that they're a bunch of criminal motherfuckers or some shit? That makes me like Kamala Harris a little bit better, a little bit more. A little bit more better. A little bit more better. So yeah, I love mail-in ballots. It gives me plenty of time to think, to research, to Google, but they're saying no drive-through voting, no 24-hour voting, no passing out applications. They don't want you to mail in the ballots. They want you to go in that day, because if you don't think about it and you don't really pay attention and you don't actually research the thing, then the Republicans have a chance of winning. They want to cheat. They don't want to encourage you to vote for them because they have a good platform and they'll make your lives better. They won't. They will not make your lives better. They don't give it. They're selfish, greedy sons of bitches. They will never do a fucking thing for you. They will never make your life better. That's not what the fuck they do. They will stop you from voting. That's what they'll do. They'll take your power, the little bit of power that you already had. You don't have much power with voting anyways. It's like, Jesus Christ, all this fucking shit. Why even bother with voting anyways, huh? Just let the people, the damn Republicans who've been voting the whole fucking time, let's just let them keep on voting, right? That's how we can change our circumstances in our lives. We can change the circumstances in our lives, but not doing a goddamn thing to bring about that change. We could do it. So fuck that Texas voting law, ban on drive-through voting, what, fucking 24-hour voting? So yeah, this is like, if you're a mail-in ballot person, you have to, get your own application or print your own application up. You can't, and then when you put it in, you're not going to be able to drop it off at a voting box. You have to mail it in, or you have to drive it in on the fucking election day. Those are your only two options. So they're cutting out the box, basically, the voting box. They're not going to, Texas is making sure you're not going to have a voting box that you could drop your vote off into. And it's awesome. People have lives, right? Working class people have lives. Some work at night, some work in the day. So having this, the way Colorado just does their elections is just so much fucking better than Kentucky. It's almost like Colorado is like, hey, we want you to vote. And here's a bunch of ways we want you to vote. And Kentucky, the whole time, has just been doing this shit. You want to vote? Yeah, it's important. It's your civic duty. You sure you want to vote? I mean, you got your ID? Oh, okay. Who are you going to vote for? Oh, the Republican will go right in. Bernie Sanders? So, yeah, just cutting back on democracy, cutting back on, if the people don't have the voice, you don't believe the people should have the power, who do you think should have the fucking power? Huh? Goddamn Tyra Banks, the goddamn Kardashians, huh? Fucking Honey Boo Boo. You want Honey Boo Boo to fucking rule America? Well, Honey Boo Boo is the next goddamn... She's the queen, right? She's the daughter of the queen, so she's the princess, so she'll be the next queen when the queen dies. That's just how it is. We don't want elections, consent of the governed, where we vote for our own representatives. Too complicated. Get that shit out of here, right?